Hi, and welcome to your May 2020 horoscope predictions. Your guides would like you to watch your sun, moon, and rising sign videos. If you do not know your sun, moon, and rising sign, I will go ahead and link a free natal chart creator down below. In order to get your rising sign, you need to know your exact time of birth. So if you don't know your exact time of birth, that's totally fine. I know that you can get some messages from both your sun and your moon sign. At the end of each reading, we'll roll the Astrodice here to get a better sense into what's going on for you, and just because I love astrology and I love how it interconnects with tarot. We'll also be reading a meditation card, something that you can come back to every time you're feeling overwhelmed or frustrated this month to help bring you back into the space that you need to be. I'll leave a timestamp in the description below for that. This will help ground you and center your month moving forward. Also, if you're cross-watching for a loved one, I'll go ahead and put timestamps below for the home and family section as well as the love and romance section so you can quickly get that information that you need. So let's get started. Hello, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is your May 2020 horoscope prediction. And happy birthday time for all of you Taurus suns out there. Let's go ahead and start with the theme of May 2020, the Seven of Cups. This month, you'll be getting a lot of opportunities, but you may also be ignoring your spiritual gifts because you're sort of overwhelmed by how many parts of spirituality you're excited about. If this is you and you're excited to dive into different aspects of spirituality, try to go ahead and limit things to just one or two things that you want to learn about so that you don't get burnt out from them. And then you can always learn about new things each month to come. Lessons you should be learning: Five of Pentacles in reverse. A lot of you suffered a financial loss last month or in prior months. This is the month that you learn how to heal and grow from that financial loss, and you start making steps towards moving on from that. Messages from your spirit guides: Queen of Pentacles in reverse. All right, so your guides are warning you that your work and home life balance might be out of order. You may be spending too much time at work or too much time at home, but either way, it's not a long-term sustainable situation. Make sure that you are taking time for yourself also and not just putting everything you have into work and family. That is sure to make you feel much more emotionally drained than you already are. They're warning that if you don't fix this situation and get back to some self-care, that you could be suffering a further financial loss as opposed to being able to heal from it. So it's really time to take a look at taking care of yourself. And I know a lot of my Taurus friends are really great at self-care and give me a lot of the self-care that I need in my daily life. So I know you guys can do this. Okay, challenges you may receive: the Tower card in reverse. You're sensing a change is coming, and it is making you feel very uncomfortable. And that's fine. Change is pretty uncomfortable. Make sure you're embracing it instead of cowering, because your intuition is trying to prepare you, not scare you. Keep that in mind. Being prepared, not scared. Energy that you should release this month: Breed in reverse. Release the idea that adults cannot be playful. Embrace some old childhood loves this month. I think that ties into your self-care. Try not to take your current place in life too seriously, because it's going to block up your creative channel and you will not be able to recover from what's happened here. All right, let's move into some more specific parts of what might be going on with you this month, starting with your mindset. The Nine of Pentacles in reverse. You're focused very heavily on work and hustling. There's nothing wrong with a mindset on work. We have to work to make our lives work, and I totally get that. Just make sure that you're not so wrapped up in it that it becomes your sole identity. We really need our Tauruses to show us how to live a life of luxury and how to live a life of self-care. Make sure you're taking a break for self-care, hobbies, and play. So I think this ties all along with this. All right. Home and family. Three of Wands reversed, and the Emperor. These two cards together for me is saying that you probably need to start asking your family or those who are living with you for what you need right now. If you're a parent, you might be ruling with an iron fist and not really listening to the needs of those around you. If you're on a shelter in place order, I would definitely expect you will be asked to stay home longer than you may have thought you were going to be asked to stay home. And I know this isn't quite the news you want to hear because home is fairly overwhelming right now. But just know that you're possibly going to be stuck in this situation for a little bit longer. So it would be best, instead of resisting it and continuing to tighten your grip further and further, I would suggest that you sort of release some of that pain, let your family know what you're going through, and then work together for a better solution. You'd actually be surprised at how intuitive and how helpful kids can be in a lot of situations, so don't discount their wisdom. For love, life, and romance in May 2020 for Taurus, the Judgment card and the Lamb. If you're in a relationship already, I sense that you're going to be finding some great wisdom in your significant other this month. And if you're single, you might find that you're dealing with a great deal of start and stops in a relationship lately, or just in relationships in general. You start dating someone, you think everything's going fine, and then boom, there's a red flag and things come to an end. Whenever we see some extreme starts and stops like this, it usually has to do with some karmic issues, some bad karma or bad past trauma that's happened in a love life that hasn't been healed yet. So I would definitely take a look at that. If you're single, soul search this month to determine whether or not you're doing the right thing. Take some time to figure out how you're approaching love before you jump back into a new relationship. Lastly here, career and money. Two of Swords and Moth. Whenever I see the Moth card, to me it means that you're sort of looking at things like the grass is going to be greener on the other side. If you've been given a huge opportunity at work, you may not want to just jump in with everything all at once. I know it may seem shiny and new at first, but it's going to take on a lot more need for planning than you may have originally thought. You may thought this is going to be easy, this is going to slide right into a system I'm already using, but I would definitely take some time to plan so that you can have a bigger opportunity of having success. Look at every side of this opportunity first and ask some really deep, thoughtful questions before taking it. This is not to say you can't take it. This is just to say slow down and take your time so you build something that's lasting. Okay. The next thing I want to do is roll the Astrodice. This is going to give us a house, a sign, and a planet. It will give us insight into your month. All right, the 10th house, Taurus, that's funny, and Mars. When I look at these three dice together, it makes me think of that some of you may be getting pretty aggressive about work lately. But as a Taurus, you need to remember that beauty and stopping to look at the beauty all around you is very important to restoring your soul. So do not forget to stop and take some time for yourself. Mars can be a pretty aggressive, intense energy, and the 10th house is all about long-term goals and structure and status. So I know that you have a plan and you're trying to get somewhere with a lot of vigor, but don't forget your true nature, Taurus. The last thing we're going to do is read a meditation card. This is something that you can come back to throughout the month if you need to ground yourself or you're just feeling overwhelmed. So go ahead and find a comfortable, safe place where you won't be interrupted. And let's begin to meditate. The unshapely fog. Close your eyes and lie easy. Focus on your breathing. Visualize your thoughts and body getting cloudy. More clouds keep arriving in your brain. Soon you can no longer hear your thoughts or feel the edges of your body. They are behind a thick fog. Resist being sharp, active, and clear-minded when it's time to rest. Make sure everything is foggy. Repeat to yourself, I rest easy under the fog of my thoughts. Okay, Taurus, that's all I have for you this month. I think this reading was fairly clear. There were a lot of synchronicities here, and I'm excited to see what you guys are going to do with this new opportunity presented to you. Don't forget to take some time for yourself. It is some of your birthday months, and you really should be out there celebrating you. All right, we'll see you next time.